You really lost patience today in the Senate floor. It was something else. You showed a lot of frustration there. And why?
Well, it's not just this episode. So the reason I lost my patience was that Ted Cruz was on the floor, the senator from Texas, bemoaning the fact that Coast Guard folks aren't getting paid, which, by the way, they should be getting paid. All these federal employers should be being paid. But I remembered sitting in that chamber when Ted Cruz shut the government down to read green eggs and ham and whatever else he was doing, while Colorado was being flooded and people were literally dying in my state when this federal government was shut down over stupid, petty politics. And I found it disgraceful that he would be on the floor saying what he was saying, having perpetrated the shutdown before. But even more important than that, from my point of view, Chuck, is that the last 10 years of our politics in Washington, we have been tyrannized by these guys in the Freedom Caucus and by Ted Cruz, who's a fellow traveler with them, who have imposed their very idiosyncratic view on America. And I think it is time for us to get out of this mess that we're in. But it's not just about the shutdown. It's our failure to invest in our infrastructure. It's our failure to educate our children. It's our failure to take care of alliances around the world. All of this stuff at a time when China is rising and Russia's pushing out matters a lot. And we seem to have lost track of the stuff that really matters. If you were to listen to President Trump, you would think the most pressing issue in America, not that millions of people don't have health insurance, it's not that millions of poor kids get terrible educations, it's that we have to build his version of border security, which he calls a wall. It's not the most important issue in America, and as I was saying on the floor earlier today, you know, I was part of the Gang of Eight. That was one that I was in, where we negotiated $46 billion of border security, of real border security, including 350 miles of...
Let me ask you this, because you pointed out your frustrations with the Senate, and you pointed out that it is a minority of a minority, essentially, that is pulling some strings here, particularly in congressional politics. I've had plenty of people now ask me, why is it that you can stop paying people with the government? Why is it that ever happens? Is there going to be a real movement now to essentially figure out a way to make it impossible to at least stop the flow of money to federal government workers when there's a political spat?
The only people that are not hurt by this behavior is craven politicians. Those are the only people. Everyone else is hurt. And we should take it off the table. We shouldn't shut the government down for politics. You know, no other government in America shuts itself down over politics. No local government, no school district. I used to be a school superintendent. No state government ever does it. None of our industrialized, countries do it.